Hi folks, good morning. It's Tim here, the Daily Tim. Hope you're having a great day. I want to tell you a little story about genuinely how I nearly killed myself. I know it's impossible to sleep properly when things aren't going well, and whether that's in your personal life or business life. I remember all too well the nights I've had staring at a PC at 3 a.m, hoping for the answer to jump out at me somehow. Goodness knows if it ever had done, I'd have missed it given the state of mind at that point. I was working for a firm that had decided before I started there to move part of a business to another town. The plan was flawed from the outset, but it was my job to make it happen. 3 months of working about 90 hours a week, and I was bushwhacked, as they say in Australia. But I ploughed on, as you do, working ever longer hours, trying to make it happen. And I set off one Monday morning at about 4 a.m. from my home in Hampshire at the time to drive to South Yorkshire. And the aim was to be there for a sort of a 7:30 start on a Monday morning. And I hadn't slept well that weekend, and I was already very tired. And about 2 hours into the journey, I was in the outside lane overtaking a lorry. I wasn't speeding. Well, I was doing probably about 75, but that's not speeding, right? And I fell asleep at the wheel, in the outside lane, overtaking a lorry. I woke up seconds later and nearly found myself inches from the car in front and veering into the central reservation. To say that I nearly pooped myself, and I'm being very polite here, is an understatement. I jammed on the brakes, got the car under control and moved into the inside lane and tried to get my breathing under control. Fortunately for me, I saw a sign for a service station about half a mile ahead and pulled off the motorway and parked up. And I started shaking uncontrollably and I was violently sick in the car park. Not that there was much inside me, because as usual I'd left without eating breakfast. I went inside, got a cup of coffee and something to eat, and just sat there, almost unable to comprehend what I'd just done to myself. And in that very moment I realised that the project wasn't failing because of me, it was failing because the plan and the resources were rubbish. No matter what I did, no matter how hard I worked, I wasn't going to change the outcome. I needed help. Someone not involved in the project to review the whole shebang with me and to see what we could do. Well, to cut a long story short, the project plan was abandoned in the end, and the board accepted that the plan was flawed and put a huge amount of new resource into fixing it. But they nearly killed me before that, though. To be able to talk to someone who could see the problem from a different perspective, who was then able to help me to find the solution, which in this case was to go back to the board and tell them it was never going to work, and to support me personally, was invaluable. I'd been alone for months, unable to talk to anyone about the businesses or the issues to help me. That's why I know how it feels when business owners talk to me and tell me they felt a huge sense of relief just by opening up and talking to me. It's like the world has at least been partially lifted from your shoulders and someone else is sharing the burden. That's why I offer a 30-minute consultation, it always goes on longer, to any business owner who might need some help. Sometimes we start working together. Sometimes we don't, but at least I've been able to point them in the right direction. Sometimes to someone else I know who can help them. It's never been a waste of time. That's why my business card offers this and more to anyone who takes up my offer. I actually say on my business card, no obligation. If you think I've wasted your time, I'll send you £30 or give £30 to your favourite charity. And it's not a gimmick, I mean that. If you want to chat, call me. Don't wait until things get too bad. If you know someone who might need some help themselves in business, tell them. I'm not a counsellor, I'm a coach, a business coach, but I listen well, and if it's a business issue, we will be able to talk the same language. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to talking again tomorrow. Speak then soon. Bye for now.